Hi guys, hope you're all well. I'm just going to wait for a few people to come in. For those of you who are watching this video on playback, it may seem as though I'm talking to somebody and nobody, but obviously there is a live stream with some chat going on. So if you're watching it on playback, it's those people I am talking to. And first in the list, we've got Debs C. How are you, Debs? We've also got my wife, May Brox. Hello, May. Be Bright. Hello. Lurking like a gherkin. I respect that. Evening, Nana Moore, and Candy, and Ashley, and Caroline, and Cheshire, and Susie. I hope everybody's okay. You'll have to excuse my voice today, guys. I've got a chest infection, which I managed to get some antibiotics today. Hi, Kathy Bradley. Hello, Anne. Hello, Cheshire and Elizabeth, and everybody else who's coming in. Oh, it's good to hear, Debs. So I hope you can accept the gruffness. Hi, Janice. Happy birthday, darling. I hope you really have enjoyed your day there in Thornton Cleveland's. Yeah, it's nothing major, guys. It's just a chest infection. I am asthmatic, so I'm used to it. As soon as the cold weather comes, I always end up with a bad chest of some sort. So it's nothing major, hopefully. Thank you, Caroline. I do appreciate that. How you doing? Oh, gosh. Set off on a laugh and end up like a 90-year-old. So yeah, it's going to be a mixed bag today, guys. I've got a couple of pictures that are whips that we're going to do some more on as part of the Manuary theme. Hello, Katrina. Hello, Lizette. Lovely to see you. Yeah, everybody wish Janice a happy birthday. She's a lovely lady and resides in a place close to my heart, which is Cleveland's in near Blackpool. Oh, great, Anne. You got your Circle Portraits book. That's good. I've not received mine as yet. Hello, Natalie and Beth. Hello, Jen. Yeah, hope you stick around, Jen. I'm showing your happy mail shortly. I've been absolutely bowled over with it all. I didn't know what to say. Very thoughtful gift. Thank you, Jen. So yeah, happy birthday, Janice. We're just going to hang around for a few more minutes, guys. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Hello, Rainbow. I'm not sick, Lizzie. I've just got a bad chest infection. I am asthmatic, and every winter I get one or the other. I either get bronchitis or a chest infection, one or the other. Hello, Sammy. Lovely to see you here. Your latest work that's been popping out your channel, Sammy, is something else. You've cranked it up a notch. 2019. Wonderful. Hi, bro. Are you lurking like a gherkin? That's fine. Not a problem at all. Hello, Katrina. I don't know if I said hello to you. I think I did. No, you're more than welcome, Sammy. You know, some of it has been breathtaking, to say the least. The denim picture and the last one you was doing today with the stencils was fantastic work. So it's great to have an inspiration to get to that level. Hello, Pamela. That's not a problem, love, if you're lurking. And Rainbow's lurking like a gherkin. That's not a problem either. I know it's going fast, isn't it, Kim? Chat's flying. It certainly is. Hi, Joey. Thanks for joining. I'll just give it another 2 minutes, guys, and then we'll kick on. Mod salute. Joie de fille. Bonsoir, madame. Bonjour, Bella. Doesn't sound right in a Yorkshire accent, does it? Bonjour, mademoiselle. Oh, gosh. I hope everybody's had a nice weekend. I hope you're all fit and well. Hello, Mama. Nice of you to join. Yeah, I'm glad you're joining us on our journey, Anne. It's lovely to have you here every time. CB, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you had a great day, Janice. I hope you've really enjoyed yourself. You deserve it. Yeah, it's good. It's nice to have you here, Anne. You know, I remember you starting with us, and it's good to have somebody, well, many of you, to come on a regular basis, because we develop, you know, a bit of a rapport, don't we? And it's nice to go through this journey with everybody, as opposed to just different ones every time, really. So I've got a few things to show you tonight, guys. We're coming up to those 2 minutes finishing now. Excuse me. I'm going to do a quick flip through by request of Gods and Beasts, which was a gift given to me. That's by Adam Fisher. Thank you, Sammy. I'm also going to go through some astonishing Happy Mail that I received from Jennifer Russell, who's in the chat somewhere. Just me, Jen. I was absolutely bowled over. I didn't, Debs, but if you want to tag me in it, I'll have a look. Okay, guys. So, first of all, I get this package, and it was so neatly wrapped. It was addressed to me. It was, you need to step away for a bit. Oh, is everything okay, Lizette? It's not a problem if you have to lurk or anything. I hope you're okay. Okay, guys. So yeah, I get this package, and it's so neatly wrapped, and it's come from the USA. It tells you where it's come from. Yeah, it's brilliant, Jen. Thank you for being here. And hello, Erin. Hello, Donna. So yeah, I get this package, and it's all so neatly wrapped, and then you take the top layer off, and there was a very funny box it came in, which I'd like to keep that joke a bit private for the moment. But it was absolutely so funny, and Captain Underpants. I know that is, and I like your new name. So hey, how you doing? So yeah, I opens this package, and inside, guys, there is approximately 10, maybe 12 individual little parcels, all wrapped up with a bow and a note inside each one. I didn't want to go through that scenario of every parcel on camera, because some of the notes were private. Some of them were, you know, a joke that you needed to be in at the time to appreciate the comments. But I can't go without obviously recognizing how much of an effort that that Jennifer Russell went through to send me this package all the way from the States. and it was brilliant, Donna. And then inside, the first thing that I noticed, and it's the only colouring thing that was here with us, was this Colin Thompson book, the Fantastische Malbook, which is the is it the library one? So of course you've got all these little grayscale images, which are super cool, and then there's a lovely note inside saying, "Dear Dev, I hope this book brings you many enjoyable hours of colouring. Love, Jen, 2019." And I can assure you that the whole package scenario took me aback. I'm not used to receiving such, such thoughtful things like that, and I can only thank people, on the basis that I know. And so yeah, it's a really cool book. I've not got it, and I shall be using that as part of my channel, Jen. So thank you. And then the reason why, guys, is that Jen's followed me, and we have emailed each other, and she's kind of like a friend across the pond, and all these little gifts are so thoughtful. The next thing I'd like to show you, well, there's two actually, are these couple of brickheads by Lego. Now, I'm a huge Lego fan, as some of you know, and a huge Star Wars fan as well. So to have both was just so thoughtful. I've got Han Solo and I've got Chewbacca. They can be made up by myself, of course, and they will take pride of place on my art table, and they will be joining. Who have I got down there? I've got R2 down there. I've got a couple of the Family Guy down there, so they can join. Hello, Tammy. Not a problem if you've got company. So yeah, I've got these two. One's 149 piece, one's 141 piece. I'll have great pleasure in building those up. And again, the thought that's gone behind it is just phenomenal, as you will see as the package progresses, guys. The next thing I received was this, which is a handmade what we call a Skullcap here in the UK. And check this out, guys. It's 100% cashmere merino wool. It is so soft to touch. It's very, very me. It's very plain. Once it's on your head, I do actually quite suit it. I've been told. So yeah, I've never had anything made for me before in my entire life. It feels like silk. And for somebody to take the time and work out measurements and that kind of thing with such quality materials like cashmere and merino wool, I think is just beyond what you can buy from the shops. It's really taken me aback as this, and I really appreciate everything that's been sent. And when I go to work at 5 a.m. in the morning and it's freezing cold, it is so personal, Sammy. Yeah, and it's it's really, really thoughtful. And like I say, on a morning when I'm going to work, I'll be wearing this. It's very me, actually. I don't think Jen even realised that, but if I do wear anything on my head, it's not loud or vibrant. It's just very plain. And when I was in the police, I used to wear black fingerless gloves and things like that. Nothing, vibrant. Some of my colleagues used to buy ski gloves and things like that. It's not something I've ever been. And like I said, the cashmere, I can't stop touching it. It's beautiful. And it's made with love. Yes, it is, Donna. And again, I can't. The thought that's gone behind all this gift package is really, really appreciative. And the next thing was also homemade, guys. And check this out. I mean, what a woman this is, Jennifer. She's made me. I can't get it all in camera. but it's a Star Wars pillowcase that's been homemade, home sewn to a very, very high standard, I must say. It's beautiful material, and I'll bring it on here a little bit so you can see the detail inside. Oh, thank you, Jen. I really appreciate it. I won't do, Mama. I won't do. I'll hand wash it or do what you've said. And it's, this will go on my bed. So again, something's going to be touching my head. I think Jennifer thinks I need a new head. I'm only joking. But of course, the personality and this gift wouldn't probably mean anything to anyone else, but it certainly means something to me. And being a huge Star Wars fan and to have it handmade is just beyond. It's just so nice and thoughtful, and I'm glad I didn't open them on stream because I would have been choked. I'm almost choking now, so I know myself, and I think this was the best way to do it. Then, guys, I got lots of other little bits and bats of knickknacks. I got this beautiful Lego Keyring, which is an R2 unit, which actually will be going on my bunch of keys as soon as I've shown it here. R2 is very, very dear to my heart. So again, something that's been thought through, and it's really, really nice to have somebody that thinks about you and sends you gifts such as those. So that was sent. I won't go into, like I said to you guys, every single present was, I'll just open this envelope very briefly, which was lovely taped down and everything. And as you can see, I won't read them all, but every single gift had a note on with Dev on it that had a different, and the time and effort that went into that is just beyond anything I would have ever imagined. And yeah, there's been lots of love and thought sent in this package, and these will be kept forever. I do have a tin with all that kind of stuff in, but it's very special. And the package keeps going on. I've not done yet, guys. She discussed it with her husband, I believe, and me being a big lad, they've got me some meaty snacks. Now, in the UK, we don't have anything like this, so they've sent me a venison snake pepper strip, which is a bit like a bit like beef jerky, I believe, which I've never tried, by the way. So that there is a beautiful venison steak one here, which is high in protein, which is good for me because I eat a lot of protein. They've sent me a turkey strip with cranberry and sage in it, which is also high in protein. And as you can see on the back, it's yes, I agree, Kathy. Such a beautiful, beautiful friend. And the final one is the salmon fillet. I'm not a massive salmon fan, but I shall be trying it because it's smoked as well. I do like a smoked taste, and I'm pretty sure that I will actually like this. So rather than send me, anything that's a run-of-the-mill snack, they've thought about it and sent a big lad a big snack. And it's something we don't get here in the UK. I have seen beef jerky scattered around, but I've never seen anything of this ilk, certainly not. And I'll have fun in taking one of those to work each day, and thinking of Jen when I eat them, Jen and her husband, whilst eating those. So thank you again very much. The package doesn't stop there, guys. Also, I got a set of R2D2 coasters for my living room table, which is ideal. You've probably seen it on a couple of my Instagram pics. I've got a big wooden table in the living room, and I don't have any coasters on there. So R2 will fit nicely on there, as he would with anything in my house. So I got those as well. Again, very thoughtful. So that's those. And then I got this very unusual, as you can see, it's been open because I've been at them. They're beautiful. These are, and they look almost handmade. They came with a homemade tag, and these are candy almonds with vanilla bean and cinnamon. And I can assure you they are beautiful. They're very crunchy on the outside, very sweet. And then they still obviously contain the nut. And you did make those, did you, Jen? Wow. Yeah, you're unbelievable. They're absolutely beautiful. Must have had a couple of dozen of them today, and I thought if I don't stop eating them, I won't be able to eat any other meal today. But I fair enjoyed them, as you can see by the space in the bag, Jen. I've had a good portion of them so far. Yes, I appreciate it, Jen. I really do. I appreciate everything you've done. It's just overwhelming, and you are talented. You know, to be able to make a hat and a pillowcase and homemade treats like that is a skill beyond. It's almost like having a bit of a mother figure back, and yeah, it's just so thoughtful. It really has warmed my heart. And then, guys, I've got these other two gifts in the package. Like I said, the care package just kept on giving. These are for the art room down here, and I've got this metal 3D plate of Vader, which is going to go up on my wall behind me, I think. But it will also still be able to be seen from my opposite camera at the other side on the laptop. So that's cool, because obviously my units in here are black. So again, it's been thought through, and I really appreciate it. And also to join it on the wall, that comes with fittings. Here, look, I've got a Millennium Falcon, the only ship in the galaxy, I might add, the only ship in the galaxy that can get to light speed in 3 seconds. Yeah, it's one of the most amazing gifts I've ever had, and I cannot thank Jen enough. I don't want to be repeating myself over and over again, but when somebody goes to such lengths to make sure that they send you something of so much thought and care, and then the homemade element of it as well, which of course, you know, the hat and the pillowcase and the homemade treats, it's just beyond anything I'd imagine. So thank you very, very much, Jen, indeed. I love all the gifts. I know you said that if there wasn't anything I liked, I could move it on, but that's not happening, I'm afraid. They're all staying with me. I absolutely adore a lot of them. So thank you very much, Jen. I wanted to give everybody a view of what you've given me. It's been absolutely wonderful to receive. I can assure you that. Okay, guys. So, so moving on. I've got a couple of whips on the go, but somebody asked me for a flip through. I will do, Sammy. Thank you for that, and yeah, bless you, Jen. Thanks a lot. I said I'd do a flip through of the Gods and Beasts. It is a thick book, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to briefly go through it tonight, and then if anybody wants any particular image or any particular question that might relate to the book, then they are more than welcome to send me a message or put it in the comments below in the comment section, and I always answer my comments, so I will be more than happy to address that. So as you can see, this book it's a mythological one, so you've got the kind of creatures that are synonymous with stories and things like that. Yes, and you deserve the plaudits, Jen. It's been lovely to receive, and it's something I've never even experienced anything like in my life. So, thank you. As a kid, we learned about things such as Medusa, which is here, and the Minotaur. Well, I certainly did. So, it's sort of bringing these to life in a colouring section. This is Harpy, one I've not heard of, but they have wings and feet of a bird. And it's just going through all these. This is a nymph, Nymphs could never age or sicken, but they were not immortal, and they were often pursued for their beauty. I know a little different meaning of that name, but it's on the right track. Then, of course, you've got some Japanese ones as we move away from the Greek. This is Tengu. We have the Norse meaning huge monster, which May will probably be able to pronounce a little bit better. But it's Jormungandr. And that is, like I say, a huge monster, which is a serpent that grew so large it encircled the whole world. We'll go back to the Greek sirens here. They are beautiful but dangerous creatures, and they would lure sailors with their enchanting music until their ships crashed on the rocks, and then they ate them. So that's nice. I'm just going on a fishing trip, love. I won't be back because I'm going to be eating with a few fried eggs and a bit of steak. So yeah. So this book really is kind of touching on the old kind of housewife tales, and then showing you them illustrated that you're able to colour. They are one-sided, they are perforated. Some of them are more plainer than others. You know, you've got Pegasus here, who's well known. You've got a Japanese spirit here, known as Yoragumo, and she would again lure men by playing the flute. So all these crazy-minded fellas are just following these women, you know, in all these fantasy tales or these mythological tales. It's always women luring the men, isn't it? You've got this lady here who is called Epona. She's the goddess of horses. She represents fertility, and she ferried out souls of the dead on horseback. She was worshipped even in places like Rome. So of course you've got that. I will leave a link to this book at the end of the stream, guys, as well as all the other books that we'll be looking at today. So yeah, there's so many pages in here. I don't really want to do a massive in-depth one because oh dear. Very funny, mate. That's true, Kathy. Yeah, good spot. Good spot. This is Owl of Athena. This owl's ability is to see at night and be used as a symbol of wisdom. It became associated with the goddess Athena and featured alongside her in many depictions that you see in history. So that's interesting to know. You've got the Kraken here, Jen. Now, my friend Jen, who we've already discussed about today, is doing an absolutely fantastic colouring of the Kraken in one of Kirby's books. And I'd like to show you that on the channel when she's finished it, because she's going to send me a finished picture. So I'll be able to show you that, guys. But this is also a Kraken. It's believed to be a gigantic octopus-like creature that was big enough to devour whales and whole ships. Its immense size led to stories of it being mistaken for a small island in the sea at times. So excellent. There's a lot of information in this book that comes along with the colouring. So I'm just going to move on a bit, guys, because there's so many. I think there's 200 pages in here. We've got Cyclops here, who is well known. We've got Anzu, who is a flying creature from the sea. We have this. This is a British one. It's called Black Shuck. And Britain had many tales of spectral dogs. Black Shuck was a monstrous creature with glowing eyes, and it was believed to be potent in the approachment of death. So that's a British one, guys. We have Speary, which is a Japanese, half human, half cat. This could protect you against nightmares. She wore brightly coloured armour and the mask of a cat. So it's a really, really informative book as well as a colouring book. But some of these are really unknown to me, of course. This is an Irish banshee called Bean Siddy. Now, Bean Siddy was a hideous hag who could be heard wailing in the wind, a warning that someone would soon die. She wore either red or green, and although appearing monstrous, was able to change into young, beautiful women to lure the men. So here we go again. The paper is it's quite smooth. It's probably a 60 GSM. It's certainly not cheap paper. It's got a slight tooth to it, but it's quite sheeny, if that makes any sense. It's got the tooth, but it is quite silky to feel. But I will put a link up after. You can have a look at it for yourself. Then we move on to let's have a look. There's another one of note. We've got this lady here who's Gaelic. She's known as the Droanthia. She was a forest goddess. Her name comes from the Celtic word for oak tree, which was Drus. So she's called Drusantia. She was associated with fertility, knowledge, and passion, and her protection of the trees. So obviously a very green person from times gone by. This is Icarus, who I'm sure most of us have heard of. He was the son of the master craftsman Daedalus, who was the creator of the labyrinth. He attempted to escape from his exile on Crete by creating a pair of artificial wings from wax and feather. But despite his father's warning, he flew too close to the sun. The wings melted, crashing him into the sea. So that was Icarus the Greek. Then we've got this bonny chap here, who's called Bunyip. Bunyip is Aboriginal for evil, and it was said to be so feared that nobody had gotten close enough to it to describe it. Various sources depict it as looking like a walrus or a bird or even a giant starfish. But one theory is that it was based on encounters with large elephant seals. So I'm presuming the prognosis is that they're getting the seal stroke walrus look from the most talked about, which was the elephant seal and the walrus. But he's not the bonniest of chaps, but he looks cute as well, doesn't he? So yeah, that's that one. We've got this woman here who is Venus, who we've had many songs about, the goddess of love, beauty, fertility, desire. Her myth says she was born of foam on the sea, and when young girls reached adulthood, they would offer their childhood toys to Venus as a passing of maturity. And then, of course, you've got Poseidon, which we all know about, and then many, many more guys. This woman here is another bonny lassie. She's called Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is Slovakian. It's a bizarre witch who lived in a house that could walk around on chicken legs rather than fly on a broom. She flew in this cooking pot, and according to different sources, she could be equally as good or evil, depending who she was dealing with. Baba Yaga. So if you've got a woman walking past your house, guys, on chicken legs, buried in a big wok or cauldron, you can shout out the window, "Yo, Baba Yaga, how you doing?" And she might give you a wave. But be careful. Be careful. Then, of course, guys, we've got many, many more. There's just too many really to we won't go into that one. We've got too many to. This is Odin. Now, if anybody likes Thor or any of the Viking stories, or the Vikings series that was on telly not long ago, you will have heard of Odin. He's the Nordic god. He was synonymous with healing, poetry, and knowledge, and battle. At the creation of the world, he gave life to the first two humans, Ask and Embla. He was accompanied by dogs, Jerry and Frecky, and two ravens called Huggin and Munnin. So that's another version of the Adam and Eve story, I guess. But beautiful picture. You could use your gel pens for the gold and the throne and that kind of thing, and then keep him in the subdued kind of subtle tones that they had in cloth in those days. Hercules, the Greek, we've all heard of. Let's get a bit further down towards the end of it. We've got Sekhmet, Egyptian. Sekhmet was the goddess of healing and also of war. She was depicted as a humanoid lion, the fiercest hunter known to the Egyptians. To appease her, festivals were held, and after battle, the bodies were fed to Sekhmet. So yeah, there's some really pleasant characters in here. Talking of Thor, here he is. He was the god of lightning and storm, as we know, protector of mankind. One of my favorite superheroes in the Marvel series. He's a great little character. Okay, Robin, thank you. Great little character. And here we have Kinara, which is Hindu, was half bird, half human. She watched over the well-being of humans. She loved singing and dancing, and would warn any human of impending danger, whether they were good or bad. So that's excellent. Excellent, Morticia. That's great. Really. So, guys, yeah, there's so many. That's my ex-missus there. Look, I don't know how she's made it in here, but she has. And then you've got many of other beautiful pictures that you can look at, and you think, I don't know, I don't do it with every single one, but you get to some pictures and you just automatically think of a colour. I mean, this chap is Hades. We all know Hades is related to the underworld, and he's presided over the balance of life and death and welcomed the souls of the dead into the afterlife. You would imagine, something of dark green or dark maroon in the cloth of that kind of thing, just as it was the common kind of colour in them days, or a brown. Thanks, Louise. Oh dear. So yeah, guys, there are so many in it. If I went through everyone, it'd take me a couple of hours, but I will read you a little abstract here about the artist. And Adam Fisher is an artist and illustrator who grew up exploring his local Welsh forests and drawing what he observed. Now that he has grown up, he is still exploring forests, albeit once farther afield, and sketching what inspires him. In between, he creates artwork for books as well as publications known as the National Geographic, the Financial Times. He lives in Wales and has got a few books out at the moment. I don't know the date of this particular book, so it may well have changed since then. The book is showing, let's have a look. There must be a date on it somewhere. I think it's 2016, if I remember rightly. But regardless of that fact, 2017, I do apologise. The first edition, which this one is a first edition, it was May 2017. So it's coming up to 2 years old. So I would imagine that Adam Fisher's possibly you know, made further books. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look into that. No, it's not everybody's taste, Susie. But the like you say, the information in it is staggering, really, on what you get. So that was a request, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't do a full 200-page item by item review, but that would have just taken me too long. The next thing I want to show you is I managed to get hold of this book. This is called the May Colorage of Heroes, and it's just to slip in with the manuary scene at the moment, because it's got Thor in here and the Hulk and various other things. It's quite a good illustrated book. The paper's very, very good, actually. And then on some of the images, it shows you it half colored, so you can continue, like this one of Captain America. The reason why I wanted this book was to mainly test out the new mediums, such as the Carina markers. And I'm soon to get some Copics. So I want to try them in books like this, where colours are blended by marker, and certainly Captain America and the Hulk are of that kind of thing. Oh, Aquaman, everyone's on about him. It is, Sammy, it's called May Colorage de Heroes. So yeah, I'm trying to French it up, but I can't French it up because I've got a Yorkshire accent and it is deep. It's too deep. So my French it up is absolutely pants. So yeah, it was very inexpensive, guys. I think it was £3 on Amazon. Obviously, because I'm a Prime member, I got it free, but they would have been delivered otherwise. But like I say, if you look at the, I think Sammy's touched on it in her program before, when she got the Spectrum Noir markers. There's a way to blend markers, and if you look here, excuse me, the blues of the legs are blended out as lighter it gets into a pale purple, and so on with the brown from the utility belt, and the reds are turning pink, etc., etc. So it's something that I want to practice on inexpensively and still have an interest, of course, because I do like superheroes. So it's just something that I'm going to be doing in between broadcasts in manuary, and then can show you the results that I've been getting. This is another example. You've got Iron Man here, who obviously starts off as red, gets to the focus light point that's on him, and it gets paler, and then will probably get dark, especially down by the feet here as you get further on. And that's it. Yeah, it's cool to try and practice on. So that's why I just thought that it would be good to practice this way rather than, you know, just wasting other type of books, especially when I know what colours are needed for these kind of figures. You know, and there's some really nice ones in it. This one, again, is Iron Man. It starts you off and then lets you finish. So that's something that hi Dave, I finally made a... Have you, Judy? Oh, that's fantastic news. You'll have to, well, I'll remember, but if you put a link in the... No, if you just remind me in the description, I'll check it out later. Thanks very much, and congrats, Judith. So got this, guys, and then we move on to part of the manuary thing, the Dark Skies book, which I showed you in the last stream, which was gifted by an anonymous lady who's very kind, in that massive package I got, along with the one that Jennifer sent. I started this one. This has all been done in Karen markers and with hard muff pencils. What I've tried to do here is with the robe, I've used a bit of blending with the two different greys that I had, and it's come out all right, actually. And I will, Sammy. That's a good point. Harry will. Harry is got the art gear guide, Lisa. He's a good friend of mine, and that's fine, Jane. Yeah, not a problem. Thank you, May. So yeah, what I've done here is I've kind of used two markers for the light and dark and tried to blend them, and then I'm going to do pencil on top. So at the moment, it's looking all right with only just the hair that's been done with pencil so far. I haven't touched the rest of it, and hopefully it's going to come out, really nice. You've got I've done the roses in grey to match the robe, but what I'm planning on doing is I've left some little spaces in the leaves of the roses. I'll bring that up to the camera so you can see. Get the focus. So in there, I'm just going to put some like metallic blue in there to make them look more bluey grey as opposed to grey. And oh, thank you, Sammy. She looks grumpy, doesn't she, Shirley? She certainly, she's not had much male company, has she, lately? Excuse me. So again, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's obviously it's not finished. There's going to be a background in it as well, but this is part of what we're going to be doing. I'm not grumpy, Jane. I've never seen grumpy. Yeah, so we're going to be cracking on with that. And then the last time you were with us, guys, I started the background of this one in the fantasy adventure book by Eric Messenger. We've done all the effects now for the background, which will be tidied up. There are a few leaks and bleeds here and there, but obviously there's going to be a marker used on it. I've yet to go over it with pencil, and on the outsides I'm going to be using a bit of paint on this one. So I like the way it's come out. It looks like the blurred effect, stained glass-ish, but I'm quite happy with how it's come out at the moment. So we've got that one in process. So as for colouring, guys, I've shown you everything as far as Happy Mail, and I've given my thank yous. So I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break as a toilet stop. I don't have one of those signs yet, but I have seen one that I want to get, very similar to Sammy's, but it's on a bit of different ilk. So I'm not kind of straightforwardly copying. So yeah, I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish some of this detail work with the hard moth, the Koh-i-Noors, and I shall be back shortly, guys. So if you just bear with me, we do need a sign. I'm definitely getting one. I'll message you, Sammy, and tell you what it is. You'll laugh. Yeah, I'm changing my way of doing things, Donna, on the channel. I'm making sure that everybody sees what's going on now, and it gives that extra closeness with the audience. I'm getting loads of messages I don't want in front of the chat sign, and it's peeing me off. Get away. So yeah, I'll be back shortly, 2 or 3 minutes, guys, and then we can start on this. Thank you. I'll tell you what I'll use as a sign. It shows I'm having a cup of tea, and there's R2's coaster. Howdy guys, I'm back. Hope everyone's okay. I've got a nice cup of tea in my Huddersfield Town cup, who, by the way, have just got rid of their manager. We are now left at the bottom of the Premier Football League with no manager, so that's not good. Not good. How is everyone else anyway? Are you all okay? You missed a couple of happy mails, Grace. Very personable happy mail. Yeah, it's my fave too, Jane. I don't do dishwater tea. It's horrible. So I like a nice cup of strong tea. Thank you, Selena. This is my garage, in case you didn't know. So my kitchen's upstairs. So I have to just make a quick dip upstairs to to make a cup and have a toilet stop. So like I explained, guys, for those of you who just come in, this is an image from Dark Skies by Terry Sherman, as you can see at the top of the book there. And it is, this has been done with, it's been blended with two kinds of markers from the Keyring set, which is the set that me and May have. I've done the shawl, if you like, the robe in greys, so that I could just see the difference between the two markers. And then, of course, I'm going to use some pencil. It's not that cold, Dan. If I have the heating on, I have got a radiator in here. You only need to leave it on for about half an hour. But because there's no window in here, with it being a garage, it retains the heat. So it's not too bad, to be fair. I can come down here in the small hours if I can't sleep or that kind of thing, and I wouldn't be overly cold at all. So it works well for that way. Let's see what else I've missed. Yeah, Louise, just some lovely happy mail that were all personal to me. Somebody who was, put some real thought into it. She's called Jennifer Russell. I don't know if she's still here in chat. But yeah, so guys, what I plan on doing now is, there's something else I want to show you. I forgot. Okay. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, I told you that I'd come up with this idea of when I got this home cube pencil case, I came up with the idea of creating just a skin tone pack of my own, which I've managed to do and put in this home cube pencil case. So as you can see in here, guys, what I've done is in the first section, I've put the Copic Chow skin tone markers here and a couple of jelly rolls that are pink in case needed. I then have another set of the Copic Chows that I was gifted over Christmas by the lovely Janice. And then I have in here, pencil-wise, I've got the 6 Coloursoft skin tones that came in a 6-pack. And then I've also got the 24 Prismacolor skin tone pack in here. So I've got those in there as part of the skin tone. So it's kind of a go-to skin tone pack. And then if you open the other section, I've got a sharpener, and then in here, when I get them, I'm going to put the couple of the polychromos. I think there's a 6-color blend that I've got written down somewhere. And in that those 6 I'm going to get duplicates of and put them in here. So I've got the polychromo skin tone that will be in there. I've got the Prismacolor and the Coloursoft. That, I think this is a 6 pencil set. Let me just check for you. I did put a white paint pen in there as well for highlights. There's 4 here so far, 5, 6. So yeah, there's 6 colour softs here, guys, that come. It's relatively inexpensive, and they came in a 6 count. They are from top to bottom. They are cream, pink, brown earth, ochre, dark terracotta, and blush pink. And then, of course, you've got the Prismacolors as well, and the Copics. So that's kind of like a bit of a skin tone set that I've built up myself. And yeah, thanks, Sammy. Yeah, I just thought it'd be. I have to ask, what flavour tea? Oh, right, okay. So that's that. Okay. So my hard muff are in this pencil case. And the first thing that I want, guys, is a bluey grey colour. Let's have a look what we've got in here. I think this one here will be the best one to start with. This is called number 54 of the Polycolours. So what I'm going to do with this is just add a little bit of detail to the roses that I've got, and make them a little bit more twin coloured. I think there's a slightly bit too much grey at the moment, but all this will do is just put a few highlights into the rose itself. So I'm just going in very finely with that. I do like these pencils, by the way. I find them, they just suit my style of colouring, I guess. So I do like these pencils. And I think that adding a bit of detail to the rose makes that little bit of difference. American military equals freedom. Oh, Sammy and May straight on him. Oh, bye, Selena. Thank you for coming. They are the Koh-i-Noor, Anne, the Koh-i-Noor Polycolours. It's the, in here is the 72 set, but I have bought the extras that come with them. They do a 12 count of greys, and they do a 24 count of skin tones. So altogether, with the 36 that's available to add, you've got 98. And I've no pencil case that will accommodate those at the moment. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if I can find one. And then obviously, thank you, Morticia. Yeah. Thanks, Kathy. They are quite reasonable as well, Anne. They're not overly expensive. The last time I looked, oh, have they got landscape and brown sets as well, Nana? Oh, right. Well, there you go. So there's even more. So I need to be kind of looking at the 150 mark as a pencil case and get all these put together, because I really do like the pencils. They're a hard pencil, but they're very, very potent in the colour, and they lay down lovely and they blend really nice as well. Oh, that's great. Thanks for that, Nana. I'm going to try and get those then. That's what I'm trying to do as well, Donna. So back to this image, guys. Just adding a little bit of blue, electric blue, like a slate blue, into these roses where the highlights are. And it is blending superbly into the Keyring marker. Not an issue at all here. So I'm just putting a light layer down, guys, which is it is accommodating the grey very, very nicely, I must say. There's not, there's no separation lines at all at the moment. And we'll look at it after and then maybe add some more if needed. But I just wanted to put a little bit of colour into the roses. It's an unusual lady for an unusual flower, isn't it? So we have a bit of a two-tone effect with the flowers there. Must be Shirley. Yeah, May does a lot of blue roses, doesn't she? Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's. What I need now is a. So I need to put some details into the green vest. So I think I will pick a mid-green. Obviously, the lighter the marker base you use, guys, the easier it is to add some pencil detail to it afterwards. But of course, there are parts here around the hair and where the leaves and the rose are and the fingers that need a bit of highlighting. So I will get on with that while you continue chatting. Yeah, Grace. I've been gifted the full set. They'll be on the way soon. Not the full set, the A set, which is a large number of markers. And when that comes, I'll make a separate video for it. But I must admit, they are really, really good. You kind of get this idea of what difference they bring to the table, but it's difficult to explain what difference they bring until you actually use them. And I can genuinely see why people, go mad over them. I think that they're very high quality in the laydown. Something I've not experienced with other markers. I know, and yeah, I'm extremely lucky. I'm a firm believer that you get what you put into things, and if anything's true about that statement, it's certainly happening to me at the moment. So underneath here, guys, there's a bit of cross hatching that the artist has used for the shading. So rather than replicate the cross hatching, I've just kind of gone over it really lightly and let that still shine through underneath. The thing I like about these pencils as well is that when you get into a routine of this kind of circular motion that's light, and that circular motion allows you to blend without showing any lines as such. They just keep going. The points stay on, and if I did this with Prismacolors, I'd be sharpening them every 2 minutes. So that's another element of the pencils that I really enjoy. They've been a pleasant surprise to me of these, I must admit. Let's have a look at chat. So there, I don't know if you can see the difference now, guys. There's kind of a shadow effect now that's coming through on the vest top, which I'm really happy with at the moment. Yeah, I think Erin will be able to tell you about Copics, as too will Belinda. They seem to know. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. They seem to know a lot about market Copics, guys. So if you need any advice, go on their channel. Sammy knows quite a bit about them, as well as she's just doing the same as me at the moment, collecting them up. Okay, guys, I have a flesh-coloured pencil, which I want to use on the face. This is number 9. Unfortunately, the only downside to these pencils is that they don't mention the colour name, which is a bit of a no-no for me. I much would prefer them to be on there, but I'm sure, you know, as things progress, they'll change that. Just checking up with the chat, guys. Susie, ask. Thank you, Caroline, and thanks, Nanamo. Ask if you want to ask my mod Sammy, Susie. She'll be able to tell you about the pan pastels. She's just started using them. Oh, there you go. You see, I just need to leave folk to it, don't I? So all I'm doing with this, guys, is the same as what I did with the green, and that is to just put a bit of pencil detail in where the markers have not quite caught the blend properly. And this kind of allows me to do that. And it's only a very, very light layer that I'm applying. Yeah, DD is good with pan pastels. It's something that, hello, Victoria. Nice to have you here. It's something that I'm not going to consider getting at the moment. I'm just obviously still learning every day, and I'm wanting to get a hang of all the pencils and the markers at the moment. But of course, never say never on anything. I would much like to try them in the future. That's not an issue. It's just at the moment, you know, I'm concentrating on acquiring the Copics and experimenting with the pencils to which and what books are good for which is part of the fun, I guess. So as you can see, guys, this flesh-coloured Koh-i-Noor pencil is going excellently with the carrying markers. Just a point on those carrying markers, I will leave a link in the description afterwards. The carrying markers work really well with pencil. I didn't know if that was something that was publicised beforehand or what, but certainly with the bits and bats I've experimented with, you know, they go on effortlessly. And almost to a creamy kind of texture as well. So they are a water-based marker, not alcohol. So it kind of surprised me somewhat that they, you know, that they work so well with the hard muff pencils. Really shading well with these guys. Thank you, Victoria. Thanks, May, for the links. So I don't know if you can see that, guys, on her right hand. All the venery and the let's have a look, has managed to come through now with the blending. I'm really pleased with that result. It looks really, really good, I think. Sorry, guys, just catching up with the chat. Oh, welcome back, Lizette. Nice to have you. So yeah, as you can see, guys, on this left hand of hers, the veinage and the capillaries of this woman are managing to come through with the shading, and I think that looks really, really good. So I'm more than happy with this at the moment. So I'm going to start with the lips, the teeth, and the tongue now, guys. And I was going to use a black pencil for the tongue, but I don't think I will now. I think I'll keep it as a normal tongue, and use one of the mid pinks. I'll try this one. This is number 131 of the Polycolour. So all I'm going to do is do a thin layer here for the tongue of lay down and get in between the gaps in the teeth. And then I'm going to add a bit of a purpley colour around the outside to make it almost look liver-like, because I think that would be scary, you know, to go in with the rest of this picture. So at the moment she's got a slightly pink tongue. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I'm sure you will be able to when I get the pink in the purple in there. Let me just turn the big light off, guys, see if that makes a difference to the shadowing. Oh, that looks a bit better, I think. Hi, Judith. That's right, we do. We have a theme. So I'm going to go back in with the 131, guys. The purple I just used was a 178. And I'm going to try and blend these two together now, which will hopefully give it the kind of colour that I was wanting it to look like. So yeah, quite happy with that. That's almost like a an organ colour. So now I think I need. Right, I'm going to take votes, guys, on this, on the fingernail colour. What we thinking, guys? Hi, Sue. What sort of colour fingernails are we thinking of to go with these gruesome hands? Black or blue? That's good. Black. Dark green. That's interesting. Yeah, it would be an offset of the green that's in there like that. I don't know yet, Shirley. I've not decided on the eyes, but there's a lot of black votes. Black tube, yeah. What? Okay, we all got. All right, okay. I like the green idea as well. Purple. No, I can't see purple matching, to be honest. Since I have some blue in the roses, why not the nails? Or glitter black? Oofed. We're getting some thought. I have got my glitter pens here, actually, guys. I've got the. I do know what you mean, Sammy. You know these the Pentel hybrid. There's a green and black one here. What do we think to that idea, guys? Dark green and black. I think it's called. So it's green and metallic blue, that one, and the other one is green and metallic blue. Sorry, I had two of those. Black and metallic red I have in the. I think I'm going to try the green and blue one because we had a lot of green, we had a lot of blue that was mentioned. So let's try these guys. Let's see if it works well. So it's all trial and error anyway. That's what we do as a channel together. So liking it already. I'll have to bring it up closer to the camera when I've got them down. But the effect that it's given with these pens is absolutely fantastic. Great idea, guys. Thank you. So we've done one hand, guys. I've never painted nails before, Caroline. No, but as you can see, these look. They have the glitter effect. They look dark enough to be evil, and they match the top. So I'm really happy with them. Thank you. You see, this is the good thing about having some good subscribers. They know their shit, man. That looks great, guys. So thank you for the input. That would be that is very, very valuable. We've got some kind of pearls around the neck. Should we glitter those up with a different colour pen like this one, guys? Thanks, Dorothy. I'll show you the effect, guys, that's had on the nails. It really does come across quite spooky, to be fair. I wouldn't want to see her at in kitchen on the morning, would you? Yep, that's right, Shirley. A room of smart people just like you lot. We're saying black pearls now for the necklace, or the same colour, do you think, guys? The greeny colour. They were, Susie. Let me just see if I can get you in there. So look. These are the Pentel hybrid glitter pens, and they are two colours mixed together. This one that I've just used was green and metallic blue. Come on. Anyway, it's not having it, but that's what it says. Sorry, Dave, I have to go. Thank you so much for the... That's not a problem, Natalie. If you've got to go, you've got to go. Thanks very much for joining. Green necklace again. Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. So, yeah, I think I'm going to keep it in the same colour, guys, with it matching and everything. So there we are. We now have this kind of looks a bit 3D-ish at the moment. Yes, I will put a link to the Pentels along with a couple of books that we've shown and the marker pens and things like that. I'll tidy it all up after the stream's finished. A fashion-forward zombie, that's what it is, Catherine, yeah. A bit of styling for the dead, I like it. I do, I like it. Okay, guys, while that's drying, I'm going to switch books because I don't want to smudge them at all. So I'll put that up there. They did look quite wet on the laydown. So the good thing about having two whips at the same time is that we can concentrate on the other one now. That's been a bit of creasing of the paper with this one, guys, with the effect I've done in the background. But what I'm wanting is to pick a colour for the wings, preferably a darkish colour on the outside, so that will cover up any bleed that's come through on there. And then I'm going to do a bit of shading with the hair and find the appropriate pencil for that. Excellent, Susie. They are popping, aren't they? Yeah. I'm really happy with that. Turquoise wings, Morticia says. What else have we got? Thank you, May. I really appreciate that. What else have we got as far as votes is for the wings, guys? I'm going to use the Spectrum Noir or the... what else have I got here? I've got a few... I think I've got a few Winsor & Newton up there as well. So we've got dark purple, we've got purple. We've also... Nice, Louise. That's a nice... Is that Frankenstein? Dark purple again for the outside of the wings. What do you think, Erin and Sammy? What kind of choices would you go for here? I think purple's a good one. Crimson, that's another good one. Okay, guys. Let's try and find. I don't know if you remember that little A6 book I had last time. I want it to be like blurred, which it is at the moment, and then I want her to stand out. But I do need something. There's a bit of bleed through on the outside of the wings here, so I do need something that will, number one, go with the background, but darker, and then obviously we can start and bring go for maybe a deep purple. Yeah, that seems to be the favourite. Or dark glitter gold on the outer wing. I like your thinking, Judith. I like your thinking. Dark glitter gold on the outer wing. Still thinking about the middle. What about purple on the outer side and gold in the middle? What are we thinking of purple and gold, guys? Do you think that would be nice in this picture? Yeah, it would match her hair. Okay, let me try a few purple and crimsons that I've got available. Okay, Erin, thank you. Deep purple or the black glitter pen that shows up reddish. Yeah. Thank you, Susie. Gold wings again, deep pink. We're all on the same lines, aren't we? So look, this is a Spectrum Noir, the LV3, which I think is the light violet 3. That's kind of this colour, which is a nice colour. That would certainly match with the background, the purple that's in the background. And then I have another one here, which is, this is PL5, which is a bit more reddy than the previous. It's got about a bit more red to it. Also a nice colour. And then I've got, let's have a look what else I've got. And then I've got a dark red 7, which kind of comes across this colour. Well, that's almost like a dried blood colour. I don't think that would look too good, to be honest. The reddish with gold in the middle. Yeah, I'm fancying that myself, Morticia. What about the silver blending to pink purple? Second goes on with background really well. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That was the PL5, I think, just to check. Yeah. Right, guys. It's the daisies. We shall use the PL5 and get these outer wings done, and then we can make a decision from there on in. You do need those Pentel pens, Cheshire. They're absolutely fab. They really are good. Just on from the last stream, guys. I've been listening to Disturbed and Avenged Sevenfold in my car at work. It's been really good to listen to some decent rock for a change. I enjoyed both albums. I did listen to the Sound of Silence cover by Disturbed, and that was absolutely awesome. I don't know if somebody did mention that track to me to check out. Hello, Kimberly. So I did check it out, and it's on the album, the one I've bought, and wow, it really is a what you would call a good cover version. So on Friday's stream, guys, what we'll do is we'll work on both pictures again, and then in addition to that, we'll start a third one that will be also with audience participation. See if we can come up with some good ideas like we have tonight, and then also hopefully I'll be able to show you a bit more Happy Mail by Friday, and we can decide on live on stream, if you like, about the next picture to start, which I think will be a good thing to do. I think did you listen to it, Victoria? It was brilliant. Yeah, Susie. It was fantastic, that cover. I had it on in the car, and it really gets a grip to you, doesn't it? And you think, wow, great cover. So yeah, I'm trying to do more with the subbies, guys, when we live stream. So one of my things for the channel is that we're going to keep it different and get you all involved, hopefully, while I practice. I'm liking how this is turning out at the moment. It's deep enough to contrast against the I do as well, Louise. There's no to beat it. Did you hear that little buzz then? It keeps sending me stuff. I don't want it. Yeah, I think it's nice, Caroline. And obviously I've got to know you guys quite a little bit, and it's nice to have you here, and I value, all of your opinions. And I think if we experiment together like we have been doing, when another picture comes round of similar nature or ilk, then we can, we can tackle it head on, kind of thing. The other thing I'd like to say, while I remember, is my son was very impressed. I liked Acid Rain, was he? Yeah, it is, Anne. This one is, let me just get it for you. I don't know if you can see that. This is PL5, which is part of the purple range, number 5. It's kind of 3/4 of the way to the darkest, I would imagine, or maybe 2/3. It's dark enough here to contrast against that, which I like. I do quite like these markers. I'm still very naive with them. I'm a relatively, novice when it comes to using markers, but one thing I do enjoy that I've managed to realize that I enjoy is mixed media. I think it's a great way of experimenting and in general just having fun, which I think is important. Yeah, thank you, Caroline. That'd be nice if you could give me a few thumbs up, guys. That'd be excellent. You don't think they were real spectrums? Oh, really, Shirley? Well, I'd be sending them an email if I were you. I'm happy to help you on that if you want to construct one. We could use mine as a comparison if need be. So happy to help out if I can. Oh, 2 years ago, right. Okay. I'm guessing then that might be too long, do you think? Maybe. I'm not sure. It's usually 12 months, isn't it? Manufacturer's kind of warranty thing. But I'm not sure how it would work with possible fakes. Where did you buy them from, if you don't mind me asking? You're now aware, yeah. Right, okay. You wouldn't have thought, surely, that Amazon would allow fakes, but like you say, you never know if it was a hot deal. Yeah, it doesn't sound too clever, does it? When you look at it from that perspective. One of the things that I just remembered, which I was just about to tell you guys, is I've come up with a tag, which is a bit of a tag that's I'm gonna tag a few people in it, and it's one that I think will catch on, and it's just to spread between all us YouTubers and subscribers that we can all have a go at. And I think I'll introduce that on Friday, and hopefully on Friday as well, should I say, I will have some more news on the Black Widow skin tones. I've spoken to him very briefly today, so that is true, Shirley. I suppose if they've got suppliers that they're not that they're not fully aware of, then it could well be that, like you say, you could end up being them sending them out unawares, kind of thing. It's shocking that things like that can still happen, really. And I suppose the Copics are the ones, are the daddies of being copied, I would imagine. I mean, you look at some of the touch fives and that, and they've all been sort of based on a Copic marker, haven't they? So it must frustrate the manufacturers immensely. Oh, thank you, Cheshire. It's just something I came up with in my head. It's usually empty, but I like it myself. And if we can get the colours right on the fairy, I think it's going to look even better. So while that's just drying, guys, what shall we do now? I think we'll think about the bottom of this skirt or dress. Oh no, this is the kind of skirt thing she's wearing. This is like the tail, the caped thing in the background, isn't it? No problem, Cassie. Well, you wouldn't do, would you, Shirley? You wouldn't have a clue. Yeah, that's true, Erin. Yeah, you can't copyright the idea of an alcohol marker. But I meant in so much the physical looking at it, Oh yeah, we've got this tag coming up, guys. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the book around and push it up a bit, and I'm going to do some shading in this hair while that dries. I'm going to try and pick like a yellowy orange. Get a A6 pad out in a minute and try a few colours. See what we think. All right, okay, Evan. Thanks for the tip. So we've got this one, guys, which is number 43. This is like an orangey yellow, which I think would be reasonably okay for shading. Then we have one adjacent to that, which is more of a yellow than an orange, which I think also would look reasonably okay. And then we have a more darker one here. I think the middle one of the two yeah. I'm just putting a very light flipped layer on here where the center of the head is. Obviously that would be the darkest part where the roots come together. Oh, that's all right, Cassie. Wow, Erin. That's yeah, you got certified by the original brand ambassador, Marianne Walker. Excellent. Oh, thank you, Layla. I really appreciate that. She had to help them out to sort out. Right, okay. So we're getting there with the shading, guys. What we're just doing is putting in a few darker shades where the roots would go, and then right at the tips, doing a couple as well. Not all of them, just to show that they are, the darkest part. As they bend round, obviously the light will be focused on this bit. So then carry on with these particular bits, slightly darker. And blend them out. So it's beginning to take a little bit of shape. Oh man, Kim, is it rectifiable, love? Hopefully it is. Mine, Cassie, would be, without question, the La Mouchette 168 count. Love them. Love everything about them. They lay down superb, and they take pencil really, really good. So that would be my my solution for that question. Oh, thanks, Nick. They have both, one on each end. I will put a link, Shirley, when I do the rest of the links for the stream. I'll put a link and you can have a look at them. They're absolutely superb. I can't recommend them high enough. I know I recommended them and Grace got them for Christmas. And there are some absolutely fantastic colour choices. But they range in colours from the really light to the extreme dark, which is another thing I like. You know, there's an abundance of colours that go from dark to light, and then you know you don't have to worry about anything. Yes, they are, Cassia. I'll leave you a link. Okay, Shirley. I will do. Some of the shading's coming through on camera now, guys. Hope you can see that. I've just got a few over here to do. I might even add a second colour to this hair, you know. Just thinking about it then. Maybe like a gold or a dark orange of some sort. I'll tell you which track I like from the Disturbed album, the one that's got the Sound of Silence on. There's a track on it called Taught You How to Hate. Oh, what a tune that is. I think the people on the M62 motorway thought I were daft. My head's bobbing up and down, you know, while I'm driving past. Some really good tracks on it. I'm well happy with the purchase. Just blending that tip in a little bit there, so it's not as protruding as it was. Thanks, Nana. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've not tried them, May, yet. I have got the skin tone ones. I've got them here, actually. For those of you who didn't see last time. So, these are the Chameleon skin tones. Just 5 of them. The tones here are Burnt Umber, Caramel. What else we got here? Nude. Light Peach. And Sand. So they're very long. as you can see on there, compared to the page, they're nearly the full length of the page. I have, yes. I've got some of them, but I don't think they're as good as what are these called? The Wink of Stella. I think they're better, personally. Loving life on the motorway, yeah. I've got to go to Liverpool on Friday. I've got my hearing for my certificate renewal. You have to have that done every 2 years. I have got them, yeah. I haven't really used them. I've just tested them alongside the, the ones I've just showed. But to be fair, I can't give you a major opinion on them because I've not really used them enough. So I can't really. I don't want to start waffling and tell you that they're this, that, and the other when I've not really got an opinion on them at the moment. I'm so excited. I leave for New Zealand in a few hours. Excellent, Shara. I hope you have a wonderful time. Are you going traveling or are you staying in one place when you get there? No problem, man. Oh, your daughter and your grands are there. Excellent. Oh, I hope you have a great time. I really do. Okay, guys. So I am considering a third colour into that hair, or should I say, yeah, a third colour into that hair. Yeah, mine does as well, Victoria. Mine looks very silvery as well. It's not as clear as it's meant to be, is it? So I don't know if the Spectrum Noir ones hold up to that or not. It needs brown, yeah, I agree. I wish these notifications would piss off. That wild look, Fab Dev. Thank you. Thanks very much. So I think we're just going to go in with a light to medium brown in the core of the hair. Thanks for this, Erin. Appreciate your help. Just very lightly, guys, putting some brown into the roots. It's making it stand out a little bit better. Thanks, Shara. Tips hat. Peace out. I'm after a new hat. I've got one off Jen for the winter, but I want a baseball cap. And I've seen one, but then I've tried to find it again. I couldn't bloody find it. It was made by a company called Mastrum, Mastrum. I think they sound German. And it was a lovely baseball cap. They did it in a large, and I found it. I found the link, and I can't find it again. It was like, what? It had like goggles on the reverse of where the fastening is on the back. It had goggles on the back. It looked really, really cool. Almost something you would expect from Stone Island or kind of manufacturer. You wear fedoras, excellent. How cool are them? Okay, Kimberly, thanks for joining. Thanks very much for joining. Have a nice evening or afternoon, wherever it is you are at the moment. I'm very similar, Erin. I am a mod, and David Bowie also did change my life. So I'm with you the whole way on that. Have to go feed the husband, Judith. That's brilliant. Thank you for joining, and I will see you on Friday. My son lost his favourite beanie, and it's not made anymore. I was able to find one left at a random Japanese website. Brilliant. I bet it was a happy 21-year-old Shara. Yeah, take care, Judith. I like baseball caps. I've got a funny shaped head. When I was in the police force, my helmet was a size 7 3/4, I think, which is quite a large size, and it used to wobble when I ran. So it was a case of Keystone Cops. Never mind a serious police investigation when I were coming. I could do the investigating side of the police, but obviously I didn't suit that hat very well, which was not ideal. Not ideal, guys. Oh, good. Yeah, yeah. The one I like's a bit. It's got a bit of an Arctic feel to it. It's navy blue, and it's got a pair of like goggles on the back where the fastening is. And I think you can pull them over onto the face if need be. But it looks really cool. But I now have my homemade lamb's wool one, merino wool one that I can use on the cold mornings. And I can assure you that will be the case, especially on the 5:30, 6 o'clock starts. Okay, guys, I'm quite liking how that's coming out at the moment. It's blending well. I'll tell you what you would like, Evan, which I managed to pick up not long ago. The original Harrington jacket was a company in Britain, and I managed to pick up an old one from I think it was the early 80s. It was on eBay, and it was a cream coloured one with the standard checked lining, but the lining wasn't the woolly type effect of the replica Harringtons. It was the proper silk lining of the on the inside. And it was made by a company, and it's just on the tip of my tongue. I can't bloody remember now, but it begins with B. And they were the original manufacturers of the Harrington jacket. And it was very, very 60s. And to get one to fit me was quite difficult. And I managed to get one in a 48 chest, which was perfect, and it fits me really, really well. I think I only paid £30 English for it, but it's a cool one. I'll take a picture and remind me to show you on stream. Jen, I've knit a lot of hats, and cashmere merino blend yarn is always a favourite to knit with. It's so luxurious. It is, and this one that you've done for me, Jen, it feels like butter. And like I say, on my early mornings, I'll be certainly wearing that. Yeah, that is a problem, Erin. Especially if you go to the old established Italian makes like Stone Island and Marstrom and various other ones like that. Their version of an XL is like a postage stamp. It might be an XL Italian, but it's certainly not an XL Brit. So you've to be real careful with the buying of those kind of clothing, especially when you're buying online where you can't try it on. I've found that on many occasions actually, and it's weird how some clothing companies are way off in their version of what a large or an extra large is. We have a company in England called Next, which is your standard 2.4 children kind of clothing for men, and their XL is what I would call an XL. It's about a 48 chest. But then if you go next door but one to them and go into Topshop or Top Man and buy an XL, it's barely a 42, and you think, well, I don't know what your models are, but they're obviously not the same size. Yeah, exactly that, Erin. Yeah, so it's a learning experience buying things to fit on the top end online. It really is. I've come foul of that many times. So to land that Harrington jacket, Barracuda is the name. Sorry, just came to me. Barracuda, which is spelled Baracuta. They are an established London tailor who brought the Harrington jacket to the 60s, and obviously they do one, and they do them in various sizes, and they're quite expensive now. But if you can manage to ever find one with that brand, you've got yourself a good Harrington, I can assure you. So have a look for that name. I'll write it down on here. It's Barracuda. So if you ever see one, look out for that, a Barracuda. That's who originally did them all. That Bowie, Lennon, all of them were in the late 60s, early 70s. All Barracudas. Yeah, me too, Cassie. I'd rather have it baggy than skin tight. I mean, I don't mind something that's fitted, but it's just the size differentiation of different companies is unbelievable. What they class as an XL is just ridiculous. Some of them. So guys, I'm just adding to a few of the highlights that we've already got on here. As you can see on here, I've just blended in a little bit of darkness where the roots are here and down here and then across here. And then on a couple of the tips here where it falls up with the other hair would be slightly darker. I might do another layer of all that to get this paleness of the yellow out. And then obviously we're going to move on. But what I'd like to do before we finish today, guys, is this bottom of the cape or shawl or whatever it is it's called. It comes up a body here, then comes out with a collar. But I don't know if you can see here, we've got triangles all the way down, which I surmise would look better in two colours. So bearing in mind we've got the lovely purple here, what are we kind of thinking? I'm liking the idea of having gold in here. I might even just outline the wing lines in gold glitter gel pen, and then colour in the centres with a gold colour. Or I might just do the whole things and then go over them in white or something. The same with this one. But I'd like a couple of colours thrown at me here for the bottom of the shawl. Yeah, I like that. They did a testimonial not long ago, didn't they, to Led Zeppelin, and it had Led Zeppelin in one of the boxes above watching them, and they were all in tears. The Led Zeppelin band. So yeah, as I say, guys, we could even go with a glitter kind of colour at the bottom, but I think that it would be better in marker. And I was thinking on the lines of maybe a dark red and a dark green. So I don't know what you think about that. Purple and turquoise at the bottom. That's a good call. The same purple as well, do you think? Yeah, that is a good call. Using the same purple at the bottom with a turquoise. Very light turquoise. Are we thinking? Yeah, it was good, wasn't it, Lizette? It lasted for, it was a good hour, the bit I saw. And they were up in one of the boxes, weren't they, in the stalls. And dark green and the third purple option. Okay. So that's that one, and a dark green. We've also, yeah, same purple, light turquoise. Let's test a few turquoises out, if I've got any. Well, I know I have some, but I don't know if I have any in this particular range. Let's get the trusted La Mouchette out. Here's the La Mouchette, guys. So turquoisey, we have one called turquoise green light. We have jade green turquoise, and we have turquoise aqua. So let's just try those three for the time being. Let's see what colours we can get. Bring our A6 pad across. So this one is the jade green turquoise, which is this first square. That's a nice, very colour. This one is the turquoise blue. Obviously, that bit darker. Have you seen the laydown of them? And the other one is turquoise light green. So let's see what that one's like. It's very similar to the first one, the second one, but slightly lighter. Yeah, they're awesome, Cassie. I cannot tell you. I don't want to. I don't want to be enabling anybody, but the Lamo Shet are just the bee's knees, in my opinion. We also have one here, guys, called Mint Aqua, which is of a similar shade. I'll just try that one and then we'll pick one. Oh, thanks, DD, for your input. Yeah, I like that one as well. So you've got 4 shades there of turquoisey aqua, and we've all said the middle one, which is that one. Is that the right one, guys? I'll make sure I get that one right. So that one was the turquoise blue. Yeah, we've all been unanimous on that decision, so that's good. Okay, guys, so we'll have that with the original purple. I know, I'm only joking, Cassie. It's funny though, isn't it? It's, you know, when you say something, you describe it with such passion, and then you've got people going, bloody hell, Dev, shut up, Dev. Oh dear. Okay, so we'll do this bit of the turn of the cape first. You'll see what I mean about lay down with these guys. And like I said, when somebody asked me earlier if I didn't know anything about the Copics, these would be the first markers I turn to. I think they're absolutely superb. Okay. So every second triangle with these. You can always put shading in afterwards if need be as well, guys. But I think that I've enjoyed this stream so much, in so much that we've all had an input. I did say before the new year that I wanted my channel to be more interactive, and I think that is that's the way forward for me. I think really appreciate your help on stuff. So this is laying down nice. It's light enough to put a shade in if we have to. I'm not sure that we would need to at the moment. Sorry, I'm being quiet, guys. It's just a bit intricate around here. I don't know if you do it, but you tend to pause your breath when you're doing it because you don't want to make a mistake. So I'm kind of... So that's the first colour lay down, guys. It's looking really nice. Yeah, I've enjoyed it, Louise. It's been lovely. Yeah, I do that. It's weird, isn't it? You hold your breath as though you were, you're performing some kind of intricate surgery. Happy New Year, Joanne. Lovely of you to join us. I think the peaceful kingdom has returned. Yeah, true, Erin. You can also hear my breathing difficulty, I guess, as well. But oh well, it is what it is. I can't remember who it was that picked this purple, but it is beautiful. It's a really, really nice colour. When we swatched those few purples out, this one was a great choice. Yeah. Having the Copics already keeps me from looking around. Yeah, I agree with that, Shirley. But one thing I will be doing, it does, Cassie. And I'll always be honest on what I think about everything. But yeah, as I was saying, Shirley, one thing I will be doing is getting another set of Lamouchettes. They will always be my backup marker, and obviously the Copics will be used as well. But when you find something you like, it's nice to, it's nice to keep that as the thing that you go to, or the thing that you want to have. How are we for time, guys? So I'm not looking at the clock. It does look like aubergine. I would say that is a bang on colour for it. Yeah. Travel Mosaic Booker. Is that what you're on with by Sun Life, Joanne? That's. I've not tried any of those Sun Life ones. I know that Zoe Archer, the lovely Zoe, she does a lot of those Sun Life drawings one, doesn't she? And she speaks very highly of them. It's just something I've never tried, but there's never a never, is there? Rolling style. You sound like the guy who commentates on World Snooker. Thank you very much. I'm not sure who that guy is, but thanks. Hello, Mark. Nice of you to join us. Hope you're okay, mate. Oh, thank you, Anne. Yeah, they look different, Kim. I've seen a lot of them on Zoe's channel. That's the only place I've really seen them. But she swears by them, doesn't she? So you know. Okay, guys. We're now on to yeah. She's fun to watch, is Zoe. She's such a nice person as well, which I think is one of the things that appeals to most people about her channel. It's not so much the colouring, it's the personality of the host, isn't it? And you can see why people tune in. So we do have one colour left on the other triangulations in the bottom of the cape. I don't want to be going too far out of the spectrum of this that we have so far. I think it's looking really nice at the moment, and I will be adding some gold and things like that. Pink's a good idea, Katrina. That fits in. Bye, Catherine. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Catherine. I really appreciate it. Make us a steak while you're at it, will you? So is everybody on with pink for this? Like a dusky pink or something? I can get a few pinks out and we can try them on the A6 pad. Okay, guys, let's do that. So, okay, I'll just turn that over. You see, the person who got me this, it's coming in such a handy. So thank you. They are in the stream, I think. So let me get some pinks out. One, two. We've actually 8 pinks, but I won't bring them all out. There's so many in the Lamo ship. So we've got these guys. So what I'll do is I'll just put a square on like we've done with the others and we'll pick one. So, well, because there's 5, I think we'll number these. So number 1. I can't, Katrina, because that is a water brush by Arteza that has a brushed nib, and it is incredibly difficult to control. To use in those triangles, it would be almost impossible. But I'll try and get something near. This is number 2, guys. This is a vivid kind of girly pink, in it. Number 3. That's number 3, which is the rose pink. Then we move on to the tender pink, number 4. See, that's more of a salmon pink, isn't it? And then the final one, number 5, is more of a lilac-y pink. $105. That's 2 we've had for number 1. Okay, number 1 again. This is number 1, isn't it? Yeah. We had another one for 5. Number 1 again. All right, number 1 wins. Okay, so here we go again. It's very similar, Katrina, to the one we've used. So that's a good thing. So a good idea by you there. As you'll see in a minute. I like the combo of these 3 colours. They look nice. Yeah, I could blend them all together, yeah. I'm just quite happy with how it looks at the moment. I think it looks pretty cool. So what's everyone colouring in at the moment? What have they got on their radar as far as whips and things like that? Yeah, I think so. I think it looks pretty cool at the moment. Oh, Daydreams, Nana. Is that Hannah Carl's on? Thanks, Louise. It is Hannah Carl's on, isn't it? Daydreams. Let's have a look at what Nick's doing. Phantomorphia by Kirby Rosans. Susie's doing World of Flowers. Kim's doing Women of Nature. And then Jenny's still plugging away on your Kraken. I can't wait till you finish that, Jennifer, because I'm going to show it on the channel. I'll show it on the iPad on the camera. Beauty of Horror for Louise. Jade Summers Vampires Grayscale for Morticia. Lizette is also doing the same as Nana. It is a huge page, that. It's massive, isn't it? Let me just see if I can find any that I might have missed. New book that came today, Kim, is that the one that you've mentioned? May's colouring a January pig from the Fabrica Fantasy with the Karen brush markers. Look forward to seeing that. Katrina is colouring Serene and Romantic Country, which sounds great. Lizette is PDF from Ennis Aguero and another from Hannah Lynn. Veronica has just finished a Momo Girl picture, as too is Kathy's on with that. Oh, great. There's some great choice there, guys. Janice is back. She's had 2 visitors bringing juicy gossip. And she's using Scott Howden's colour that I recommended. Yeah, they're good, those, aren't they, Janice? Anne is doing a Starborn event with Christine Karen Group. That's brilliant. Erin is on with Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. I've not started that book yet. Underwater Doodles, Cat Therapy 2, and Mystical Cats. Sue Connor is with Fairy Miracles. Tenderful Enchantments. Yeah, I know that you mentioned you wanted to complete that book. Aren't you, mate? That's one of your things for this year, isn't it? I prepared the page with golden satin glazing liquid, so it actually works fine. That's a great idea, Morticia. Jo has just received her Tenderful Enchantments today. And as Jen says, yeah, it's a big one. It's a monster in many ways than one. Yeah, I'm a bit like that, Erin. Some people like to stick to one. I like to kind of vary it if I can. Keeps the interest plucking. And as you can see, I've got 3 whips on the go at the moment. So what I noticed there, guys, as far as what you're all colouring in, a lot of variance in tastes, which is good. You know, it wouldn't be much fun if everyone coloured in the same book all the time, would it? I think, guys, that these 3 colours with pencil on the top will blend quite nicely. So I'm going to give that a go maybe tomorrow when it's dry, fully dry. Yeah, I'm same, Shirley. You know, it's one of them. You know, you pick up bits off different people, don't you? I know that me and May are actually going to do a collab with those carrying markers at some point. We sort of made initial plans around it. We've got nothing concrete at the moment, but yeah, that should be something good to look out for. We'll be the second man and wife team on the YouTube stage, so to speak. I've got a few collabs coming up, Nana. I've got one with John across at the Bibliophile Colorist in Easter. We're going to do something together at Easter. I've then got the one with May that I'm looking forward to doing. And then I've also got one planned with Harry from the Art Gear Guide. We're going to do something down the superhero route with markers and that kind of thing, which will only be kind of added to the to the program of what we've already got. Because now I'm streaming 2 nights a week. Obviously, I'm going to need a little bit more content than what I had before. Okay, Cassie. Brilliant. I hope you enjoy your food. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it is awesome, Nana. We've got a few ideas milling around at the moment. I've also got a few ideas for next month's hashtag, but I'll keep that till the end of January. And I think at this point, guys, I'm going to call it a do. Husband and I are on YouTube together, but in gaming, not colouring. That's cool, Erin. I like gaming myself. That's a good one, Janice. Yeah, hopefully, Jennifer. Like I say, they're just in the planning stage at the moment. But what we need to do is to get something a bit more concrete. I really appreciate you all coming in. The next stream will be Friday. So I'm going to end it at that, guys. So far we've done quite a bit today. We've shown all the happy mail. Please let us know. Like May says, if you can think of anything that we can co-op on, that'd be great. We are going to use the Keyring markers. Thank you, Susie. I really appreciate your comments. It wouldn't be a good stream without all of you lot anyway. So, and not a problem, Katrina. Thank you. Thanks, Debs, for coming. You're always a pleasure to have around. So tonight, guys, we've got quite far with the background finished in this, and then we've started to pronounce the fairy off the page. Oh, brilliant, Lizette. I hope the timing's good for you. Not a problem, Cheshire. And then, of course, we've done this one, haven't we, where we've... I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Kathy. Where we've done some pencil work on the green here. We've done some pencil work on a skin. And then we've also done the dark green glittery nails. It looks very evil. Not a problem, Caroline. I will have a good night, Jennifer. It's about an hour before bed, so I can make myself a cuppa and a bit of supper and that. Not a problem, you guys. Give us a like on your way out if you don't mind. My likes are really, really high. I'd like to keep them up for obvious reasons, getting the channel noticed and that kind of thing. And thank you, my mods, for saluting. Mod salute. Thanks to Sammy, Morticia, and May for coming in, and Kim T. And I will see you all on Friday, guys. Thanks very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheerio, guys.